Alright, 8.4. We're going to multiply and divide rational expressions. A rational expression is one with a polynomial in the numerator and a polynomial in the denominator. And before we multiply and divide those, we need to know how to deal with a fraction, namely how to simplify a fraction, how to cancel out common factors. And believe me, there have been students, and always will be students, who don't grasp the importance of this concept, and it just becomes a headache for them for the rest of their math career, or until they figure this out finally. The basic story here is, if I have A times C and B times C, just say A and C are some numbers and B and C are some numbers. Well, they have a common factor of C. So you can cancel out that factor of C and get A over B. Okay, and a lot of people have no problem with this. 5 over 15. We cancel out that common factor of 5. 1 over 3. We do 6 over, let's see, for 15, we could do that again. And we get 2 over 5. Okay, so you cancel out those common factors, but what happens when we have x plus 2 over x plus 3? People invariably want to cross out these x's and be left with 2 over 3, and that is absolutely incorrect. If you look back to the things that we can cancel out here in the top, they're common factors. Okay, and that word factor is an important word. Factor. Things are factors when they're multiplied together. Let's take 15, for example. What are the factors of 15? They are 3 and 5. 3 and 5 are factors of 15 because 3 times 5 is 15. Okay. Well, what about 7 and 8? Well, I'm adding them together and I can get 15. Does that mean they're factors? No, they're added together. Okay. And of course, you know that when you look at, and I ask you the questions over here on the right side of the screen, and I say, are 3 and 5 factors of 15? Yeah, because 3 times 5 is 15. And I say, are 7 and 8 factors of 15? Because 7 plus 8 is 15? No. 7 plus 8 is, those aren't factors. They're not multiplying. That's exactly what you should remember when you're looking at an expression like this. When we start multiplying and dividing these rational expressions, it's going to be necessary for us to cancel out common factors. And if you try to cancel out those two x's, which many of you will try and do, if you're not paying close attention, it's gonna give you the wrong answer. At the very least, you're gonna get the wrong answer. And the way you know that you cannot cancel these out is they are not factors. X is not a factor of the numerator and denominator. X is just something that you're adding to 2. Okay, you couldn't cancel out an x in that fraction any more than you could cancel out a 5 in this one. You can't cancel out these 5s and get 2/3. That's not even close to the same thing. Okay? So just be careful about that. And as we go through the sample problems, I'll continue to remind you that we need to cancel common factors. We're looking for factors. And once we understand that, the whole process becomes pretty simple. Let's just quickly talk about how to multiply rational expressions and how to divide them. We already actually know this. Just from multiplying and dividing fractions. If I want to multiply A over B times C over D, whatever is here in this numerator gets multiplied by whatever you see in this numerator. So you just take A times C over B times D. No problem. Okay. And if after doing that you somehow wind up with common factors, then you would cancel them out and simplify it. And there you go. If I want to do A over B divided by C over D, well, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So we'll just change it to the reciprocal. And it's always, you're going to multiply by the reciprocal of this fraction here. Okay. So then we get AD over BC. All right. So that's just a quick rundown of how do we multiply and divide fractions just like that, or rational expressions. We multiply straight across. If we get division, just turn it into a multiplication problem and multiply straight across. And the biggest trick here is going to be that whole canceling stuff out part. Okay, canceling out common factors. Looking for factors only. Alright, well, thanks for watching.